Hi, it's Michael Shea again, and this is the last part of our embryo series. And I just have a couple of more German models that I would like to show you. These beautiful models that we've been looking at in the first several parts of the series. And what we're going to look at now is just a couple of models at the end of the embryonic phase. So we're going to be looking at the 7th and 8th week of development. So here we have our trusty embryo. You can see now towards the end of the embryonic period, in the 7th and 8th week, as I said earlier, that this embryo now is forming almost a circle around the heart. The heart grows slow, and the nervous system here, represented by the neural tube, grows very fast. So in order to get the nutrition it needs, it will bend itself around the heart. So really we can see in embryonic development that the heart is the center of our existence. Now, if we look closely, we can see a couple of features right here. This is the cranial end, and we can see right here these clefts or ridges in the embryo, and these are called the pharyngeal arches. And these particular arches are where your face is going to essentially form. So starting down by the hyoid bone, the maxilla and mandible, so the mandible will be here, the maxillary field will be here, and your frontal bone and third ventricle are forming here, and the rest of your brain in this general area. Here we have an eye and an ear right here in these white spots. So it's a beautiful embryo. We can see right here, do you see this bulge right here? That's the beginning of the feet. They're called the feet buds, coming out right at that end. We can't see the hand buds here. Obviously the artist didn't put this in here, or the sculptor, in order to show more clearly the definition of the heart. But look at our yolk sac here. The yolk sac has gotten much smaller, and why is that? It's because the function of making blood has been brought into the embryo itself, and so the embryo is starting to make some of its own blood by itself internally rather than from the yolk sac. So a big remodeling of the cardiovascular system. Now, the last model I want to show you is quite amazing, and it's this beautiful model right here. You can see that all of these models came with stands, and some labeling and even some booklets. So let's take this off the stand, and now we can see a beautiful embryo here, absolutely beautiful. And if you ever have a chance, you should go to the museum in Göttingen and see all of these 3 to 4 feet tall. They're just gorgeous. And as we look at this embryo, once again, we can orient now to the hand buds, to the feet buds, to the nasal placode right here, the beginning of the nose, which starts laterally on the side of the head, comes in. The eye as well is starting on the side of the head and comes around to its center portion in a couple of weeks. Here we can see the fluid fields of the pharyngeal arches, hyoid, maxilla, mandible, TMJ area in through here. And as we look at the embryo, we turn it a little bit, we can see these segmentations. These segmentations are called somites. These somites go all the way down. There's many pairs of them. They're also located on the other side. And these are going to become part of your vertebra and part of the paraspinal muscles surrounding the vertebra. And here we can see the bulge of the heart, but the heart at this point is covered over. So it's a beautiful, beautiful embryo. If we turn it around, we can see that it's numbered, but I've just gone over those parts with you in terms of the overall function. And heart, liver, right in through here. And I think that finishes our tour of the embryo.